Today I'm going to talk about two passengers. The first one, let's call him Mr. Suzuki. Mr. Suzuki was traveling Singapore to Tokyo on SIA flight. And during the flight, one of the stewardesses accidentally spilled water on his shirt. He was so angry and unforgivable, even though the cabin crew tried to wipe his shirt for him, give him a laundry voucher, apologize, and so forth. But he wasn't happy. So when he arrived at Tokyo, he demanded to see the manager, the station manager. And of course, the manager was very apologetic, but still, Mr. Suzuki wasn't happy. So he went back to his office the next day. He called up the general manager of Japan and demanded not only apology, but for him to come over to his office and kowtow to him. And also, he demanded that the airlines compensate him with a big aircraft, a jumbo jet, a B747. I mean, that was out of the question. The manager told him, sorry, we can't do that. I mean, it's ridiculous. But anyway, he said, all right then, you give me a stack of money, Japanese yen currency, in 10,000 yen note up to my height. This is the 10,000 yen note. Yeah. See. The value of this currency now is about, one piece is about 77 US dollars. So he wants a stack right up to his height, maybe about 1.7 meter tall. I mean, that was also absurd. Anyway, he got his lawyer and took up a case against Singapore Airlines. But eventually, he lost the case. But the airlines compensated him with some gifts and a laundry voucher. But he wasn't satisfied. So in the end, the airlines kicked him out, banned him from flying. And okay, then there's another story. Let's call him Mr. Smith. He's a Caucasian. He was a very regular passenger. But when he traveled first class, whenever he's on board, he would not want to eat the meals. All he wanted was the caviar, which is a delicacy. The sturgeon fish roll, eggs, so-called. And they are very expensive, so he only want to eat that. But the airline serves caviar as an hors d'oeuvre or a starter, so it's not much. So each passenger will get a little bit, maybe 2 to 3 teaspoons of the caviar. But for him, SQ will give him 2 to 3 containers of about, I think, 100 gram or less than about 80 gram each container. I'm not sure, but 2 to 3 containers of caviar. So he has been doing that for a while. And then the next thing he asked was not only to eat caviar on board, but to bring some home or to his hotel. SQ, Singapore Airlines, obliged. Give him, I think, about 5 extra tins or cans of caviar or container of caviar for him to bring back. And one day, he boarded the aircraft and unfortunately the supervisor didn't know who he was, so did not address him by his name, say Mr. Smith, just address him as Sir. He was so angry, he caught the supervisor by his collar and he almost punched him in the face. That was too much. He was very violent. He felt insulted because the supervisor didn't know his name. So anyway, the case was reported to SIA, and in the end, the airline banned Mr. Smith from flying with them. So these are the two not so pleasant story as compared to the one I talked I think few days ago, about Mr. Tanaka, who was very nice to the cabin crew. Thank you for watching. I hope to tell you more. If you like the stories, leave a comment down below this video, and I will continue telling you stories about passengers, and eventually I'll tell you stories about our crew. Thank you.